Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Art Hunter channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the pieces in my collection, and today's topic is going to be Ren and Stimpy. I love Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy is a classic show. It's one I remember from when I was a kid. It's gross, it's disgusting, it's wonderful. There's so many great things about it. And, I'm sure there's people that don't like the show, but they're wrong. Because I'm always right. You know how that goes. Anyway, we're going to be looking at some of the pieces I have in my collection. I have quite a few of Ren and Stimpy. It was one of the first shows that I started collecting some animation cells for, so I maybe have a few more pieces and sketches and things of that nature. Definitely some pieces that have gotten away in the past that we won't talk about because they'll make me sad. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started and take a look at what I've got. So this is the only piece that you'll see here that I don't have framed in the traditional black frames. It's actually, it came like this, and it was so nicely framed, with the red and the gray and the white sort of going into the color scheme here that I couldn't dare separate it, at least for now. I'm not sure how the materials are, if they're archival quality, or, how well, if anything's sticking to the background or anything. So I might want to remove it eventually, but it's just such a nice frame. I just couldn't remove it at this time, but it maybe eventually. So, this is Ren and Stimpy as the fire dogs, and you have Mr. Horse, the horse from the episode stepping on both of their heads. So it's kind of a neat cell, and again, it's just really well set up with the colors and the matting and stuff like that. So a good job with that. Which it's a good framing job. It makes me not want to unframe it and do it myself. So, and we got this piece, which is a sketch drawing. I think it's Stimpy. Some of these I haven't matched up with the original episodes and things yet, but there's Stimpy, Ren, I believe it's Ren, that is pulling a brain out there, or being removed from his body. This is one of those I had to get just because of the subject matter. It's just, it showcases the ridiculousness of Ren and Stimpy and that animation style. This one I was lucky to get. Stimpy's invention, with Ren sort of going, I believe, towards the kitchen in this scene, going to get a hammer to kind of break the helmet, I believe. That's such an iconic episode, and to even have a sketch from it is pretty cool. Who knows if I'll ever be able to get a sell from it, or find it in a reasonable price, or find it, period, or somebody who wants to sell it. So that's kind of a neat one. Here's one of, I got this as Stimpy because I think it's funny how he's reaching into his pockets, and animals don't have pockets. So I just thought that was interesting. And I like to find unique, especially with Ren and Stimpy, sort of some unique little gags that they did to try to showcase what a unique cartoon it was. I mean, the animation style was like no other cartoon. It was, I wouldn't say it's ahead of its time. I still don't think people have caught up to what they were doing there. And then I don't remember, off the top of my head, I don't remember this guy's name. But it's the old guy that is always teaching them wise lessons and stuff. So I didn't have him within the collection. He's got his neck stuck out and he's sweating profusely. So I thought having one of him in my collection would be kind of cool. And then this one of Ren is just a hoot. Flying through the air. And these you have some handwritten notes like cycle Ren flailing through the air, and you've got all these little little thing, pan background with Ren, and then Ren gains out. So they would have had a panoramic background that they would have kind of moved him through. So some of the drawings I like because they can give you a lot more variety and diversity and the types of cells without having to pay up so much. Because some of these cells are getting pretty expensive for the color cells of these, for the production used ones. Here, Ren and Stimpy, I'm assuming they're old or deflated completely from depression or something. But I thought this was a nice one of both of them together that I thought was an interesting one. And then lastly, as far as the sketches go, we have this monkey see monkey, I don't know, one of the that monkey episode where they're in the zoo, and so they're dressed as monkeys here. So I thought that was interesting. I do have one in my office of Ren and Stimpy, my office at my other job. And so I don't have that one here, but pretend that you saw it. It was really good. So now we'll go ahead and look at some of the ones I already have mounted on the wall. So Here we have Ren and Stimpy skinny dipping, and I wish that was the original background. I really wish, because that would be one of the most fabulous backgrounds to ever have, but it is not. All right, and there is Ren and Stimpy's tooth problem. I know Ren was having some dental issues, and Stimpy's looking in. Their eyes are closed on this one, but I'm not too concerned because it fits with Ren. He's closing his eyes, waiting for Stimpy to look in, and then Stimpy's having issues with that. That's a multi-cell setup there. I mean, Stimpy's eyes are separate from the other ones and from Ren, etc. And then here's Stimpy crying profusely. He's very saddened by what's happening. I don't think that this one is part of that sequence, but it is kind of sad. So you can go from here and then, easily go back over there and say, oh, now he's bawling. Really, one of my favorite Ren and Stimpy pieces that I own. You can get it not in the light here, but it's just a great setup with Ren coming out of the vacuum, clawing his way, trying to not get sucked up. I just love that one. And this is from the first episode, kind of the opening sequence as well. They use that for, I don't remember this guy's name off the top of my head. I forget things off the top of my head. My head is, things just slip out my ear. And then I also forgot that I have this one. It's just another one of Ren. I think this accompanied the one of Stimpy, where he was kind of tearing up. I believe that was from the same scene. At least when I purchased them, that's what they said. I didn't match a lot of these up yet with the originals, but that takes some time, and I got a lot of more input than output at this time. I got more capacity to buy stuff than I do to actually do my due diligence than I should. I am happy with my Ren and Stimpy collection. I would like more Ren and Stimpy artwork. There's some particular episodes or particular scenes that I remember as a kid that I'd like to have. A couple of the characters, that I think would be cool to have, more of a full figure on, or those things. And Ren and Stimpy was just so visually interesting to me as a kid. I mean, it had that kind of gross out humor and some of those things. I would love to get some, Keymaster setups, or some, if I could just find one reasonably priced gross out close up, where they would like and it would go into the close up of like a nose or a booger or something like that. That would be really cool. I almost purchased a title card one time that went way too high for me, and there was a couple other pieces that got away, some concept art and stuff like that. But that's just how it goes. I cried myself to sleep at night because I didn't buy something from my childhood that wouldn't make me fiscally responsible as an adult. So anyway. I like my Ren and Stimpy collection so far. I think that now I'm getting enough pieces where I'm starting to be like, well, could I collect every piece? You get that sweet spot where you're like, I have enough where I'm happy with what I have. I'll have one of each character or something. This one, because there's only a couple characters, sometimes you just keep collecting and it gets overwhelming. Anyway, I like my Ren and Stimpy collection so far. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at these pieces. If I get any new pieces, I will definitely show you right here on this channel. Thanks for watching the Pop Art Hunter channel, and we will see you next time.